it's not like the Yunar and the Rakan will have a strong 2v2 against Varus, so you kind of want to find your openings elsewhere. Aatrox will struggle a little bit. I'll trade, just base and TP back while he's stuck in lane. Suddenly you have a huge HP advantage. So I want to see Leader keep playing this aggressively as maybe Nick is looking for something here.
Using the trample early, he's going to get flag and drag. Lands the pulverized knock over with the Comet Spear coming in. There's so much damage onto Yukino. He oversteps and Skeens. Very willing to pick up first blood. Hazel, the triple ward in the bush. As Hazel is forced to flash away. As Prime there, you're so happy because you ping his jungle.
Might have a top lane dive here. Rakan is already opening behind here. Skeens wants to pressure this. Tau is very low and no teleport. It's not like he can base and drop this wave, so Skeens taking a lot of space here, but Prime is here to counter.
Prime on his way. Infernal Chains looking for Skeens, has to flash away. Prime going forward. Wonder flashing over. Flame Spitter gets 1-for-1 so far. Yukino forced to use his flash to escape the clutches of Skeens, who continues to chase out Prime, who does have a flash of his own. Will use it. Late flag in from Yukino. Kamilu's here, but Yukino falls to a spear through his back. And now, in the end, Kamilu should be able to secure the kill onto Skeens. Mickey looking at the knockback!
Mickey!
Skeens lives! By the skin of his teeth, he survives. And now...
And tries to predict the Rakan as well, and it's an easy kill as we see again.
Flash, headbutt, pulverize as well. Kamilu has a flash, but doesn't have the chance to use it. A health bar. Mickey's looking for a flank towards mid, though.
Yeah, and here you see the secret threat of the Fog of War. They actually didn't know where Pantheon was, if he was clearing or going up.
Bot lane is just being left to their own devices down on the bottom side of the map. Yukino was looking towards top. Didn't really manage to find anything onto Wonder. Now Mickey stepping forward. Kamilu flashes away. Leader Solemn Bound once again. They're diving onto Mickey, and the cow is turning into roast beef. Skeens jumps back in, fate sealed, lands on two. Yukino with a Cataclysm. Leader able to flash away just in time. Hazel's here to try and back up his team, chasing out Skeens, but once again on low HP, the Pantheon escapes.
That looked really sketchy for SK. Mickey going in so deep.
I think it's just good CC overall. You can see Rakan trying to battle dance out. Hazel going forward here, uses the cleanse. Yoppa flashes in. Mickey goes for it, but still with the piercing arrow. Yoppa able to get the solo bolo. Mickey not even getting an assist. Prime chunked away. Down to up towards those grubs, or whether they're saying, well, our top side's so far ahead. Actually don't need our support to fight for the grubs. Infernal Chains from Tau. Wonder trying to dodge away from it. Dark and Blade into the world. Ender. Wonder overcharging Grand Starfall in, and Tau is baked alive by Wonder and by in their favor so far.
Yeah, and what to do here if you're a KC? Because like, what place do you actually have to get something back into the game? What is your strengths right now? Vision line you need to get for, I'll write it on the minimap because the camera's drawing that. This vision line is super important because once the tier 1s go down, you need to be able to hold a few chokes as leader.
So just takes him out of 2v1. Emperor's Divide was too early there. Skeens now on a rampage. First tower going down to SK. More, it seems, as Leader can take the mid. Meanwhile, on the top side, Wonder continues to push in, and Skeens has looped his way around for a possible dive on Tau. Yoppa TPing up towards that top lane as well to try and help the advance. Tau able to get the knockup, but Wonder flashes away, and Skeens can tank the tower. With Yoppa clearing out the wave, this turret's shortly to fall. And SK accelerating the game exactly like their composition wants to.
I mean, I'm talking about vision times, but it doesn't seem, vision lines, it doesn't seem to matter. SKC is playing so fast, taking every fight, and KCP disrespecting now 2 TPs coming in here.
Prime for the knockup, counter TP coming out from SK as Kamilu's the first one to join, doesn't have that Emperor's Divide. Wonder here now, no equalizer on him. He's going to try and burn the bird. And Kamilu might be a turkey soon as he could be done. Yoppa able to get a kill in the 1v2. Kamilu is cooked. Yukino forced to run away. Hazel comes in from the side, but it seems like it might be a little bit too late. Mickey looking for the knockup. Hazel with a good dodge. Of a one-sided stomp so far. Leader stepping forward here. There's the quickness out of Prime. Yukino coming in with the flag and drag as well as Hazel dashes across the wall, and there's the shutdown. Grand Starfall. They might look for another as Skeens using the Aegis Assault to try and tank up some of that damage. Doesn't have the flash. Rift Herald was used on the bottom side, so SK will be able to get a tower out of this. The pace of this game as much as they can. Mickey keeping up the pace of being in the wrong position at the wrong time. Hazel coming in from the side, the flag and drag. Mickey does get the headbutt away, but eventually should fall here. They're trying to give the kill over to Hazel, and he will manage to secure that.
I'm not a cow, so I can't speak for cows, but like, if I was, I would probably enjoy that.
So would I. As Skeens and Mickey do look for Yukino. He's going to flag and drag out. TP's coming in. Blast going back. Skeens knocked onto the backline here as he puts the Aegis Assault down. Dives now onto Camilla with a good equalizer down. Prime's going to have to flash chain interruption landing onto Tau. And Mickey goes in for another headbutt pole combo. SK find themselves a couple of kills. Prime died After flashing away across that wall, SK all over this game, they might just be able to start it up.
The sandcastle is falling apart. Looks like it will be the Baron for SK here. Leader looking for something mid here. Yarvan ult will come down. Sure, get you out, but you're going back in there, buddy.
TP coming back as Mickey forced to try and defend his mid laner. The Baron begun by SK. Leader slowed up. Wonder turning around with a flame spitter. Yukino doesn't have smite right now and doesn't have a health bar either. Now they turn onto Hazel, who flashes away, but should be taken out in the end. A double for Wonder. Emperor's Divide only clipping onto Skeens. Wonder gets a triple, almost the quadra. Kamilu ticking down to the burn of the Liandries, but it's not quite enough. Yopu ignited by Tau. Should be able to fall here. The chain of destruction not enough to slow him, so Tau gets a big shot down, but is shut down himself in response.
This was almost 17 years old, Medic. Almost had it there, Tau, with the TP in. Still looks like to find the counterplay, but he did get a big shutdown though. So
yeah,
that's a
900
big
gold. Grand Shuffle coming in from Skeens as they look for Hazel once again. No flash on that Yanara. Good grand entrance, but with the equalizer down, Hazel is popped. Prime and Camilla will be able to dash across the wall following one after the other. With this might sitting at that 1,400 mark. There's no real vision in the pit right now. Any wards? Oh, you've got to pass that automation for Kamilu, so he can pop that down. Try and get a bit of vision in the pit.
SK is holding this for sure. I think this Baron is going to go down for sure. Yukino goes in, tries to find it, but doesn't really get it.
He can't find it, and there is the Fate Seal just to follow up. KCB, a valiant effort to try and get in there, but they lose 3 for it. Prime walking away wounded. Might be able to escape, although Mickey hasn't really allowed anyone to get away. Prime, grand entrance is out. Another possibility, Mickey there could have headbutt, flash, or pulverized flashed and caught out Prime, but the dash away is enough. Mickey wants to save his flash.
Or when he gets caught out in enemy jungle.
Exactly.
He needs to.
I mean, at this point, if he gets caught out in the enemy jungle, I think he survives, man. The guy's almost got his protoplasm harness and already has the Bandle pipes.
Protoplasm harness.
Yeah.
That's a cool sound, man. 3 items on your Seer. Once you get that point, you'll actually start to hurt a lot. But right now, you need to slow down the game.
Hazel has been able to take over to those 3 items, but Camilo's still only sitting at 2.5 with the boots. Mickey here in the middle of KCB, doesn't really care. The rest of the team's on his way to help defend. And Mickey just getting the push forward here. Has that unbreakable will, and KCB's will perhaps a little bit broken in this game. Almost a 15k lead as KCB are picking up a little bit of a bounty from that top lane tower. The reset coming out from Kamilu, who isn't going to invest the TP, instead just channels that full recall. Double inhibs now to SK. With a minute left on the Baron, they can decide, do we just go for the 5v5? It seems like that is the call.
You have to go now. You can't wait for it. Mickey flashes
in, equalizer layered on top of it, and Kamilu is dead before he can even cast a spell. In the midst of the Cataclysm, SK very happily just stand and deliver. Hazel, the last man standing for KCB. But not for much longer, I feel. SK have been unwilling to let them survive. In the end, he will get away. Grand Starfall.
Let him go!
Oh, Hazel actually could have finished his recall. Double TP coming out in the end. SK claim their second win of LEC versus and take themselves off the bottom of the table.
What a convincing win by SK, because it's easy to downplay this, but still, KC Academy has shown really good performances against a lot of our good teams. Against KC, that game was really close, and I think coming into this, people expected a more even game. I think people saw this as a potential game win for KCP, but SK just had complete domination from game start till game finish, except for a few Mickey plays.
Super quick. I mean, a few Mickey plays.
There's a lot of things going on, but when I look at LR comps, it's really clear what they want to do.
We have seen a couple of Nidalee tops from Rooster in the past when he was in the LCKCL for Lost Returns. Vault Breaker, Ghost out from Nemesis. There's the Unraveled Earth, has to flash away from the seismic shove. Still hit with the Vault Breaker, and the denting blows will force Nemesis left. So Bounce needs to be so cautious here. Not yet level 6, needs 3 or 4 of these minions to crest over towards that mark. Rooster goes in for the pounce. Good body slam. Bounce hits 6, but dies before he can get the explosive cast off. Great dive from Rooster there, using the enhanced pounce range to get back in. Nemesis no flash. Ricardo unable to get in range. We'll have another Vault Breaker in a moment. 3 seconds. There's the Realm Warp. Cease and Desist coming out to stop the Realm Warp from being cast. Seismic Shove coming down as well as the Grand Starfall from Velia. Trimby moving first. Nemesis the first to fall in the battle, as Bukado will be the second. Velia trying to trade back onto Nuke. Paduk has moved his way up from the bottom side of 3v2 now in favor of Shifter's. Paduk dashing forward with that relentless pursuit, culling across the wall. Won't find its mark as Trimby secures the second of the fight for Shifters.
Yeah, the Tangle Bomb's really stopping there. You saw Velia was
his kind of Saka wave on top to go down towards mid.
Yeah, and getting grubs from Italy is just so nice.
Oh, good
my
flash
goodness
forward
gracious.
from Velia. Really nicely done. Trimby turns into a minion, so he can't be targeted. It used to be that you needed to hit someone from outside 700 range. Now it's 600 range. In fact, his Razor Beaks here for Velia. Bukada is behind him. Trimby's coming across. Nemesis.
Sneaky.
Bukada's going to get onto Nemesis here. The Weavers Wall coming out from Nuke as well as they look for the chase. There's the cease and desist. Nemesis flashing away. A tidal wave for the follow-up onto Bukada, who had to flash himself. Trimby was stunned by a good bubble, but now Velia's on the wrong side of the wall, does have to flash out. Rooster joins the fray. The Carling almost connects. Crowny does find one.
Oh, yes, it will go down eventually, but they do want this dragon though. Giving, oh my lord.
A tidal wave coming out as well. Crowny healed up. Flashes.
Not the mid-wave, Crowny.
Get him across
Not the
with
mid-wave.
Weavers Wall taking him out. Crowny dying on a mid-wave overextending. Bounce coming in with a body slam. Explosive cast season assist. Going to dodge the CC out of it, but now Bukada's in the middle of Velia. Reckless. The seismic shove yeets them back into the team. Velia caught out with those tangle barbs. Jumps in with the shield bolt, but doesn't have the damage. And in the end, Shifters will win out on the fight.
Man, he just shoved it. Their entire team. That was insane by Nuke. What a great shove. Predicting this back. I think they're just getting a lot
now
of...
Infinity Edge Hex Optics for Crowny. Paddock's got the Essence Reaver. Navori Flicker Blades. Rooster already has his second. Pushing out the top side, has now moved into this top side jungle to clear away a little bit of vision of his own. The Weaver's Wall will separate Baus from the rest of his team. Size and shove going wide. Baus with the explosive cast yeets the cannon minion into his team, but the cease and desist is going to catch him out, and now he's knocked back with the Bolt Breaker, and Nuke will secure the kill. Miscoordination there from Lost Ratones. Baus going in, the rest of the team on the wrong side of the wall. Yeah, that's Trimby for safety, but how safe is it really? Now with the teleport coming out from Rooster, Lost Ratones are going to try and turn onto the Kitty Cat, who immediately flashes away. Tidal wave onto Paddock. Trimby looking for the knockup, and he lands it onto Velia. Baus with a good knockback from the explosive cast. Nuke joining the fray. Paddock trying to do the damage onto Velia here, but he's getting chased out. Velia with an Aegis Assault. Meanwhile on the bottom side, Baus getting caught out with the Bolt Breaker. Paddock dodging away from Velia. In the end, will fall, doesn't get one of his own. But Baus and Nemesis go down in response. A Weaver's Wall forward from Nuke as he looks for Crowny. Seismic shove into the unraveled earth. Immediately stuns up the Caitlyn, and Shifters shift their attention towards the Baron.
That Lucian spoke so much Korean. Heard that Baron down because LR is so cautious with your face check. So now LR, preferably they would have gotten a little bit more vision here. It looks like
his way as a minion.
Cat smelled the mouse.
Rooster able to hit the spear. Now diving forward, Trimby, Pop Blossom.
Oh my god,
gonna land it on two. Velia dives onto him though instead. Rooster trying to jump in, Nuke coming in from the side as well as they try and get enough men for the fight, and they'll find it. Nuke now unstoppable. Nemesis, even with the Seraph shield, will not have enough health to survive.
And there it is, there's a cannon minion with 3 melees. You think it's normal, finally it happens. And here it will just be the Baron Asher. 4 Shifters will be a counter trade, a tower trade for Baus in the bot side, but I think if you're Shifters, you are quite happy with that play. And I would love to get a replay tracking that little Nico deceiving
LR. Movement speed to walk forward here. Again, 3 melee minions.
And we're back in the same spot now, but now there's no NAVI ult, there's no Pantheon ult, there's no Caitlyn ult. Not that that's too relevant, but still, everything is kind of falling apart now for LR. That was your one attempt. You had to make it happen, and they tried. I think the tidal wave was a really nice attempt, but Rooster's movement just barely dodges it upwards.
Nemesis is not with the team, and it actually looks like Shifters just want to try and take the Nexus towers here. Nemesis pushing forward. We'll have the enhanced recall from that mid lane quest. Shifters will take one Nexus tower. Baus looking for that flank position. Gets onto Paddock, explosive cast, will get the knockback, but Trimmy goes in with a Pop Blossom and finds the back line. Reckless already down. Velia falling lower, culling out of Paddock. Baus still doing a lot of work. Bukada falling down as well. Paddock has to dodge around everyone here as Nemesis.
Take the full medic!
Overload is blocked.
Hold the full medic!
Trimby dies! Toes, hold on! Nemesis finds a triple! And they
won the fight!
They won the fight! Not to need that extra gold injection. Will be third Drake of the game for Shifters. 2 Infernals and a Mountain.
Look at their fog of war here. LR has no idea what's happening. Are they on the Baron? Are they camping for us? They just see a Nico running out. It's really scary here.
They've got the fast sights though. They'll try and get the vision in the pit in a moment. Velia looking to get in here as well. Puts the control wall down of his own. Trimby looking for that flank. Velia looking for the steal. Paddock dodging away, knocked up by the Baron. Baus on the flank, immediately getting popped, but he has the Zhonya's. Bukada having to flash away, and now Rooster caught out by Lost Ratones. They find one. Trimby going in for the knockup. It's only onto Nemesis. Nemesis has so much of his own. Nuke having to try and escape from the bottom side. The Cullen coming out from Paddock. But Lost Ratones have a 4v2 towards the top. Nuke TPing down towards the bot lane, giving up on the Baron, looking for the Nexus.
You gotta get back. You gotta make a decision here. The Baron is off. There's a Talia in your base. You have to split up your resources as well. Nemesis goes back to hold the Talia, holds the line as the rest of LR is trying to do this. Weaver's Wall is trying to come in. No Realm Warp or Teleport on Nemesis. Can they get his Baron?
The Duck is not there, but Nuke has a ton of damage. 16 stack Medjai's the trap onto Nuke. Almost the Baron killing off Lost Returns, but they survive through it. Velia able to get the smite down. Trimby trying to escape Tangle Bars. Paduk dodging in, but Bounce knocks him back and knocks him down!
Not today, Paduk, says Bounce as he denies the entire play. Shifters is falling apart as Nuke tries to find a pick on the Velia, but he's not taking, he doesn't die!
Lost
He doesn't go down! Nemesis and the boys have held on. They have gotten the Baron.
They still have a tier 2 standing here as well with Rooster down towards the bottom side. Lost Returns should be able to just chunk out this this tier 2 tower. Baron expiring in 7 seconds. Trimby caught out by Velia. Bukada going in, but Velia still has a Guardian Angel here. Baus looking for an engage. The Redemption coming out will top up Velia's health bar. Nuke has a Weaver's Wall, but the Inhibitor Tower, the target for Crownie and Nemesis. No wave for them, though, means they cannot get it right now. The next wave coming in about 3 seconds' time. Lost Tones continue to push forward. Nuke is nowhere near. He's looking for that flanking Weaver's Wall, but really doesn't have a way in. Sold is Medjai's as Baus finds the engage. Paduk almost caught out. Baus dodges across.
There it is!
And down goes the Duck. It's hunting season for Baus. Nemesis trying to chunk out Trimby. A cease and desist onto Nemesis. The Seraphs and the Zhonya's shields topping them up. There is the knockback with the Seismic Shovel. Pop Blossom going in as well. Velia's going to come back with a GA. The Crownie GA as well. It's all on Nuke and Rooster. Let's try and get the damage down. Reset coming out from Nemesis. They cannot end yet. Nuke trying to keep Lost Returns interested, and they're damn well interested! Nuke atomized by Lost Returns. Trimby and Rooster, the last two standing.
Nuke tries to find the counterplay, tries to bring it back, but with two beautiful side steps and an amazing cast by the Bows. Somehow, somewhere, they brought this game back from a complete carnage.
Baus, you beautiful man, absolutely brings it back. Lost Returns, 2 in a row. From nowhere, from nothing, they rise from the ashes. Lost Returns claim another victory.
Wow. 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 What a game that was, Medic. What a performance. What an amazing last stand. I think Shifters are in utter despair right now. They will look on that base siege. Gwen, and I think this is really fun to follow. I've been looking forward to seeing Gwen on this stage so far. Really happy Nagnako is bringing it out, and I want to track this. Because Gwen into the Cassandra is really volatile.
Being tested across the course of history. Neither of these players have been exceptional yet this split, I'd say, as we see a fight happening. Flag and drag in by Linces onto Vladdy. Razork trying to join, but Humanoid's still very healthy.
Really nice.
And now the turn can start onto Razork. Has to try and jump his way away with that decoy. Humanoid with the Rune Prison. Linces, oh, he went for the Dragon Flag combo. Didn't.
Monkey takes crab.
Your KDA goes up, up, up. As Jarvan.
It's his moment, yeah.
As he takes the Cloud Drake. Vitality with a back.
Auto boom!
Mind games won for Emperor.
It was a six-pack all-in.
Yeah.
really
impressive. TP to the tower.
Like the bot side walking in here together with Lost Bar will try to get his red buff from Linces. I think he wants to give it. Nice.
Drag doesn't come out. There's Step Judge as well with the Killer Instinct in. Linces using the Cataclysm will flash the wall. Upset flashes to follow and finds the shutdown. Fnatic on the board.
Instead of pushing this mid wave, he actually rotated up here, and now the Yunara will go mid, so really keeping the tempo nice, because especially can actually stay around there for fight.
In on the chase. Linces is across the wall here as well. Flag and drag, but no Cataclysm. Losper with a dredge line to terrain. Shoulder cooldown on it. Command to protect from Vladdy. A hook going onto Linces once again. Interrupts, but he's going back in, and the Titan's about to shield. Will be enough to keep him alive for now alongside that command protect. Linces misses the Dragon Strike. Fleshy falls as well. Huge for Fnatic as they find a couple on an overextension from Vitality.
That's one big tin can. How did he live that? I feel like he was supposed to be dead so many times there. Humanoid being went on by Razork.
Humanoid does have flash here. Razork doesn't have the Cyclone. There's a flash away. Flash forward hits him with a starve.
And that's the alimony. Secured by Razork. Huge win by
immediately. Ults across the board available. Nakanako doesn't have TP, but he's already at the Razor Beaks. Empress does have his teleport.
I don't think you're fighting this as Vitality unless you're really relying on the Gwen.
I think you are. Cyclone coming out. Linces goes in with the Cataclysm, but now Flesh is in the midst of Fnatic and doesn't really have a leg to stand on. It's roast beef as Fnatic find another double for Upset. Officially passing 2,000 kills in the LEC. Kazi dashing forward, has the flash. Guys, stop dashing into the guy with a hook! What are you doing?
I like it. I think they should keep going.
No, like, what are they doing?
I like it. So, really interesting bit from Vitality because they were kind of relying on the push from the Gwen to kind of help them. Really, when your main like PowerPoint is the Gwen, walking in before she's there is quite of a silly decision and does end up just getting went on.
No reason whatsoever. Emperor's caught up with the Rune Fist and Needle Work coming out with the slow as well. Emperor does still have the flash and the all-out, but with the Koenig, Rook and Shield and the Merc Treads is able to walk his way out.
Well, that's a Merc's Koenig Kasante. He's...
I mean, the thing is, he is now chunked out, and the tower is Vitality's idea of a prize. Emperor's flashing away, TP coming out. It's Vladdy to join the fray. Nucko and Humanoid getting chased down. There's the Shockwave. No Killer Instinct in from Upset. There he goes, dives in. Looking for Nucko, who has to flash away. Humanoid is dead in a side lane. Upset's looking for more with the Cyclone coming out from Razor. Hello, missed. Nucko, no mana, no health. And no way out as Razor gets him. Fnatic now 8-1 up.
Him in these fights. When Fnatic is diving, you need to make sure they're diving
Razor going in, killing it again, and Kazi wishing he had a flash. No way out for him. Mid lane tower going over to Fnatic. And they actually pinging towards the Baron here. Empress does still have that teleport, as does Nucko.
Down here, but it seems like they're just giving this Baron. They just don't want to contest this at all.
Deciding against it. I think Emperor did a good job of marking Nucko, meaning that he didn't have an easy
getting a second tank item now. And when we get to these 5v5 team fights, I don't see a way Vitality can face check this dive comp
here they go. Upset not quite in range for the Killer Instinct yet. Fleshy going in, lost the look for the hope, but can't quite land it. Razor going with that Cyclone as well. TP coming out from Empress. He tries to join the fight, but Vitality have already found one. Empress joins in, the knockback coming out as Upset dives in with that Killer Instinct. A Cataclysm flag and drag out from Linsis. The slow from Kazi may be enough to save his jungler. Razor jumps in, but he's met with thin air. As in the end, a 1-for-1 exchange, jungler for support, top lane for support.
We take those. I mean, that's the Dragon for Fnatic. They still have the mid lane push. Walking up a little bit, you don't have W, buddy. You gotta be a little bit careful. You are not invulnerable, but you are Kasante.
Yeah, he does survive for quite a long time here. Upset leaving him to his own devices. All out from Emperors, trying to dash out with that Pathmaker too. Razzle can look for the re-engage, but
baits the flash from Humanoid. Great play.
Yeah.
All planned.
We'll take it, gets the flash out. Ito's going to charge in and get some of this crystalline overgrowth. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Vladdy pushing in for that.
He's always looking for this. Look at Razor coming from behind there as well.
Yeah, they need Razor to come across. There's the needlework. Nucko, there's the Cyclone into the Killer Instinct. Upset now on the wrong side of the wall. Nucko tries to get to safety. Kazi there, the dive in. Razor almost falling. A great knockback by Emperor, and Razor flashes the right moment. Kazi going too deep in pursuit of glory. Means that he and his cow friend fall. Upset claiming a double.
I saw many ways
spotting Upset as he walks towards it, supercharges in to get the extra attack speed, starting up the Baron. It is spotted out by Vitality. Fleshy stepping forward onto Losper, but taking more damage than it's worth. Pops the ultimate. Shockwave has been used. Fleshy down to about a fifth of his HP. Nucko trying to find that flank position. Meanwhile, Losper keeping the rest of Vitality at bay, and Kazi hooked up, locked up, and taken out. Nucko and Linsis turn their attention towards the Baron. Linsis looking for the smite. A smite came down, I think, on a jungler. Vladdy takes it in the end. I'm not sure the smites went where they were meant to.
In the battle of two smites, Vladdy comes out on top. Somehow secures the Baron.
What? What was that smite?
Okay, so maybe Linsis didn't smite the right target.
Let's leave it to the expert later.
Shockwave on the backline is also trying to retreat here. Good realm warp in by Vitality. They look for what could be the final fight of the game. Cataclysm coming out. Linsis the first to fall. Vladdy shield with the command protecting the Killer Instinct by Upset as Emperors was tanking the entirety of the rest of Vitality. Nucko and Kazi could not get through him. And now Fnatic 18 kills to 2 up are looking at that Nexus, looking for their 4th win. And it's all on Nucko and Kazi to try and defend.
Fnatic confidently marching down here, taking good fight after good fight. I don't think there's anything Vitality can do here. Kazi is being went on. Nucko is being went on. He's trying to hold these towers, but it's a little bit too late. As I say that, Google goes in.
He's got the Guardian Angel though, and now with the Nexus towers down, it's much harder for Vitality to defend. Nucko falling to the plasma from Upset. A second follows suit as Kazi goes down. And in a 20 kill to 2 banger, Fnatic take the win in sub 30 minutes.
Fnatic looked really impressive. I really enjoyed how active Lospa and Razork were together.
Yeah.
When Lindstad was doing those grubs, the way they committed deep onto the enemy jungle and just went on the first champion they saw, committed fully with the Kai'Sa, with the Nautilus hook. I'm really impressed with how active they are in the cross maps.
I really agree with you. And you have to remember, the start of this game was very Vitality favored. Nako had a huge lead. We were talking about how good it was for Vitality, but then
through into tanks. That's the general idea. You already talked about scaling. We've seen range come into the mix for Heretics as well. It does feel like, again, you know...
Shao going to use that time, it looks like, to see if he can help out in mid.
I must be blind, but not blind enough to see that Shao's in the right place at the right time. A bone skewer on the base skin of
Belt, so happy to back away for the moment, give this across to G2, and see what else Shao can do on the map.
So First Dragon goes over to G2 and slow and steady wins. The only problem is, I just don't think in the LEC I've seen a Cassante ever be the word useless. So going up against a top laner like BB, I wonder, as Deadly Flourish does connect, Lebrov went in deep for a deep ward, and Shao's punishing him with his 80 carry in tow. We need that shot to connect, but Shao's going to take the kill for first blood. Lebrov, way too deep.
Across the map where they can. They'll have to just see if they can try and keep up that pressure, because again, they have a good scaling in their kits as...
Cap steps up to the turret. It's not taking turret damage until now. He gets a shield. That command, protect, and dissonance gets him out of dodge. Check in with bot lane in the meantime. It is a 1k gold lead. Just in the blink of an eye, Yomu's Ghostblade picked up. Roll quest is up. You could only go up from there, though, to be fair. That's,
him and Faker holding hands, you know?
Yeah, true.
Oh, hang on.
Then flash engage. Hans Summer caught out. And just as we're praising him, Hans Summer gets taken out. Sten, very nice pick.
I'm going to need a and control for the Dragon area.
The Dragon seems to be started in the meantime by Skewmon. The Sundered Sky Aatrox is just going for it while Sten gets poked out. What a route coming through from Lebrov, and Team Heretics tried to approach this. Chains of Corruption as well. Ice is going to open up the curtain call, but he's not doing any damage. Broken Blade is in the way as Dragon's out at half HP. Trayson has unleashed the needlework from the side. Shao even tried to get a slice of the pie, but it's too late. Heretics dancing. There's been one moment as Lebrov, okay, he's here. He's baited in, and Seren takes it. Fish on sink as Shockwave comes in as well. One more auto. Seren's about to die. Lebrov flashes for it. He gets exhausted, but he's protobelt away. The support, the flying angel of death onto Shao. A turret to save him for now. Level 11 Mundo says, let's go back in. But you ain't taking enough yet, kid. As he runs away, the turret's now exposed, and G2, that was their first kill of the game.
G2 were very close to keep your eyes on bot lane, as I think it's just a heavy trade.
Yeah, I wonder. Here comes Needlework. Broken Blade's going to all out, though. Onto Trayson, jumps to a minion. It's going to become a 2v2, but Trayson, that's a lot of damage. He flashes away from the True and just runs back in. He gets flipped around. And I swear Broken Blade could have done that by himself, as Shao is now running behind Caps. And Orianna body blocking a Mundo. What kind of medical practice is this? As Caps pulls out the kill. And the only thing Heretics get is a... It would make Broken Blade nigh unkillable in this game. Unless it was all 5 members, it feels like. Teleport going to be burned, and we begin the fight for this important objective.
Yeah, the TP for Broken Blade doesn't at least mean Trayson might have some sort of flank opportunity if they want to heavy commit, but already you can see that poke from G2 doing work against Heretics.
And passive is down on Shao, so Hans Summer can now launch Chains of Corruption. Shao doesn't have that face checking until it's back up. He pops the ulti straight away, but a level 12 Mundo ain't going to do much. Hans Summer flashes away. Pop Blossom gets the back line, while the rest of the front are dealing with G2. Yeah, it looks good. Lebrov goes down, and some health bars are blinking, but the problem is, kill Aatrox. Next problem, kill Cassante. Next problem, how do we get to Hans Summer? Shuffle back, Seren's trying. Auto after auto after auto. It's going better than anyone would expect at home as Ice holds onto a false shot. Re-engage here from Skewmon. He heals up, but Broken Blade has just run into Seren. Face first. Ice flash over the wall to survive as Caps has teleported back in to do the dance once again. Ice got a fake turret behind him, and the Ace is sowing the roots for G2 in this game.
It was a good attack line of G2, and they get chased down in the end.
Felt like their best fight. Chance Corruption keeps Shao in place, and Hans Summer just one-shots him now. This might be a bit of a trade as Hans Summer gets low, does a bit of damage on the way out, but Sten, he's just here without his rocks around him. The paddock is down, and he too will go on the ground. 2-1 for G2 for that small little window of a fight as Baron is up, Skewmond is, and Shao is not.
Yeah, it's a very slow Baron take, I'm pretty sure, though, because Orianna not going to do a huge amount. You're heavily reliant on Aatrox for the damage.
True.
So Heretics may actually be able to get in position and poke. I think the ultimate from Ice may just be up before they can finish this off. And maybe that's enough if you can get onto Caps. But Mountain Soul going to do a lot of work here.
Need to work Seren's ulti as well to add into the mix. You're right, Dagda Ice's ulti up in 5. 5k is the Baron HP for now as well. Lebrov at an angle. Not watered, control watered out. Here comes the curtain call. Team Heretics to hold onto this game. But G2 in the way, the fourth shot won't be given, and the 1400 smite is down. Team Heretics now have to run away as Caps is the one who's just going to go in a dangerous position. LeBron is caught out and dies, actually. Seren trying to keep this game together. Sher thinks there's an angle. There is an angle. Team Heretics, if they can stop this, well, I shouldn't have said anything. Shockwave comes through first, and Sten had to walk into face check. But you know the check was already faced, and you know the check is written. G2 pummel down with Baron in tow.
Yeah, it's an obsolete angle when that Shockwave circle hits.
Right. So we don't really know right now, but interesting comment. We'll pull that chatter up, and we'll talk to them in a couple of weeks. How about that? G2 through bot. This siege is an onslaught, and at 11,000 gold, they now hold. They'll run into the base, look to try and end this one, move themselves to equal standings at the end of this second week. The halfway point of LEC versus. It would be G2 at 3 and 3.
G2 really want to try and keep this one going. The Azir turret putting in work against the creep wave though.
Cher defending distance does good damage. Sten gets it engaged, but you see the response damage. Caps just sends the ball up to do the work. Like Gordon Ramsay would say, you let the knife do the work, and it's been plunged into Team Heretics this game for the majority portion of it. Broken Blade zones off and is all out. There's no way Team Heretics go nearby as the Nexus turret now exposed. They need a wave to help them finish the job as the Baron's expiring, but you know that's not even needed at this point. G2 have a bare Nexus. Trayson steps up yet again. Hans Summer just waits for that W to be down. But G2 are looking damn fine. They played with their food, but why shouldn't they? When the team that represents Europe, when they want to win, they'll take it. And Team Heretics gets sent packing with a triple kill over to Hans Summer. They say, hey, come on, man. Let's try and get in that quadra. But a win is enough.
G2 looking confident in this one. One or two missteps here and there with Hans and Lebrov getting caught. But outside of that, very, very clean stuff. And that's what you expect from G2. Like, this is a team that we consider in our top 3, top 4.
Yep.
So nice to see them getting back on track.
Well, you can vote for your key player of the game, your player of the game at LEC on X, Broken Blade, Skewmon, or Caps. Ooh, that's a hard one. Especially not in the top lane.
Well, I mean, it works really well, right? Ambessa struggles against champions that are strong in the first few levels.
This split, like the talent pool is kind of nuts. Pause on that. Roulette just found Yike. Waiting in brush there with no wards from Navi. That's why he walked in blind. Control ward down. This Busio as well, but Paris has come out as well. Seismic Shove will change everything here. Gets onto Yike as Busio falls the flat from Poby. Dredgeline in, we're fighting 3v3, but the AoE is nuts. And Insane Yahu's pretty low though, and it's not working out well for KC. Navi got their AoE.
Shellacking, I'll say last year.
He did.
Got a lot of flack, and I think he stepped up really well.
Ahead ever so slowly, but Yehu ultimately in mid is actually doing pretty well. Okay, let's do this. Kalist versus Sam D, 80 carry versus 80 carry, but I think Kalist is losing. Range is there, and he's only just alive. Sam D said bet.
Engage with the Leona. We can then follow up that with Kana and Yike and Kaisa, which can then separate the fight and make it really uncomfortable for Sam D.
Paris, though, meanwhile, does a face check. That's not too good. Weaver's Wall coming out, but Paris is just dead. First blood over to KC. A good flick back, but it's mitigated by Busio getting his Zenith Blade in. Meanwhile, Roulette goes into the world ender, but he's got no one to help end his world. Kiehu jumps in, and I think Sam D and Poby know they need to get out there, but I don't know how they're going to do it. As Flash away is the start. Moonlight Vigil misses with Severum, so no heal as Poby flashes as well. And a big mistake from Navi that KC were waiting. Absolutely okay. Navi need to recover. Seismic Shove there, but Zenith Blade comes in after the Solar Flare, but Roulette's just waiting on the wing, so Busio, a step too far. He flashes away, but the Dredgeline, beautiful! Sent up with the Emperor's Survivor, Yehu, as he kites away. He still ain't out of dodge. Seismic Shove works again, but Roulette's with the flash, cleave down! Here comes the next one! A double with the blade in hand, it's Yike up next! The mountain that cannot be climbed is Roulette on this Demon King!
Relench's Aatrox is...
Impressive organization in terms of their history. But in League, it feels so fresh here as they're trying to do what they can against KC. And what I mean is KC's a mighty organization in their own right. There we go, public execution onto Poby. He stepped too far and Kana punishes.
And Powers wasn't able to keep him in, or stay in position there to hold out. And now KC, they want to respond to the bot as well.
Onto Mainta, the ulti misses, it's a whiff. Solar Flare comes down and he's just getting hit by Yehu against the wall. A beautiful ulti in the end and Yehu takes down Mainta. Yike, might be a trade, but no, not enough damage from the turret.
Shielding as well, coming off of that W.
Oh.
But wait a sec.
Yike's coming in, he's got his ult in 3 seconds, might not even need it. Kana flashes in, and this Korean top laner is pulling KC on his back again. 2 straight kills here. And Kana's bringing the game back in his own right.
Kana's just saying, send more. Send all you got, Navi. Carmine Core looking clean off the back of
Zambi
Kana's
in trouble as well. Kalist just takes him. That's a solo kill. KC are erupting.
Only kind of Relech to deal that consistent DPS to KC.
I mean, a bit topsy-turvy in the early game, back and forth, but there's been some real mechanical plays. SamD is going to open up the turret up with the Ritual Charge coming in afterwards as well. But even with his hit on plating, it wasn't enough as the engage pulls in Poby with the 2-man flick back and Yike almost dead, but the depth charge he flashes away from and survives. Now SamD, even with the crescendum, is in a lot of trouble. Kana, his ulti there, Poby survives thanks to the shove back on Busio. If Kana hit that, I feel like Navi worked.
Like, you know, G2, MKOI, and KC still as top dogs, right? So I think for KC, a win here over Navi. Got to look up at Busio.
Oh, he's caught out. Hang on, maybe an opportunity for Navi. Solar Flare buys some time, though, and the sky will fall once again. But Dyke running into the Aatrox. We're going to question. No, it doesn't matter, because stuns galore before Relech can heal up. He has been one too many times in the middle of too many members.
Yeah. Busio has put some sort of day. Looks like it's going to continue as Busio controlling this top side.
Solar Flare again. Onto Poby. Zenith Blade is there. Yehu. The old DRX mid lane trying to poke out the T1 underling as Busio flashes away, maybe too deep this time around. Teleport from Mainta, this is turning into a full-on fight. The shove back keeps Busio in play. Steadfast presence doesn't make him go away. It's a kill, but to who? Over to Poby for Navi, as Baron is a consideration. There is some more versatility here for KC, so worth noting here that that kill in the long run could actually hurt Navi. Teleport being used in Skyfall as well. Great timing from Poby, but Yehu's right up against the wall with him, takes him to a brisk end. Here comes Relech, but it's a bait. Kana over the wall as Yehu's ulti is a little bit late. Relech does get out with the flash, but again, look at what is just opened up for KC. This is Erin quick though. It's 20 seconds till Poby, but you're right, KC feel confident. The rest of Navi are like, can we even get near in time? They've got an idea, pings are coming down, but they're going to prioritize the Dragon start here, and Baron will safely go into the hands of KC.
Yeah, sure you can take Dragon Plus.
Quick, right?
It will be quick, but you're going to lose a ton of pressure on this mid wave.
Will push out so Kana can transition. Mid-inhib turrets at half HP. Navi, you have to do something. The Soul Flare comes through and it's a nice engage, a depth charge as well. They will find Busio, but Paris almost dies in the process. Yehu stands his ground and delivers within a couple of soldiers. Earlier today, that exact point. We've seen so many games that have come back out of nowhere. But this one, how do you deal with Kana? Mainta has the ulti, but it's buffered! This XT1 talent is unbelievably clean. So you're going to move to Soul Point. Almost 9,000 gold. Navi, we talked a little bit about their scaling.
TP coming through from both top laners. KC want to try and find a pick here. They don't want to take the 5v5.
And look at Kana, his angle yet again. He doesn't have that ulti, but he can do a lot of damage in the fight. Relech now spots him out. Baron's going down. Yike's a little bit low, but he's got his GA. Kana at full HP at level 19. He's running into this fight, ready to go. Mainta at level 16 finds a flash and no wall there onto Yehu. So he's just getting waddled away by the Azir while Baron's going down, no steal. Relech comes for an angle, but he was so close, ain't no cigar. Navi have to run in. They had no option in the end as another ulti hit. And Kana seals the deal with a triple added on top.
KC were playing for the ults to come back up. And in one fell swoop, they take down Navi, and they will take this game.
With some very clean play, some beautiful comeback mechanics through individual members. This top laner on Ambessa was a chef's kiss. And KC setting up bot on the other side of the map. It was like a domino effect as KC continues to be in the blue common. No red here as they move to 5-1 at the top of our standings. It's coming core.
Side selection OP.
OP.
KC figured it out. They knew what they were doing. And apparently playing from that side of the map means that you just get upgraded hands to beat the entire enemy team.
Rude. I want to see Kana no more tanks. Just give him skill check champions, please. I feel like that guy, you know, we've seen Rumble, sure. I mean, his Rumble's been pretty clean as well, but you can vote for him if you want, and you're player of the game at LEC on X, or Yike, or Kalist.
We fix a good game to have you along for the ride with the way things are going. So
Yeah.
Whereas for MKOI, are you worried about their lack of engage? I guess Azir kind of plays a role there.
Later items.
Okay, well, nothing's happened else in bot lane, but dare I say that
That's
Cocoon
gonna
comes
be
down
a
there to
chunk
trap
in one
the
shot.
combo. Boost, how you called it.
Yeah.
As simple as that. First blood over to Noah.
Yep.
but I don't think that saves him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't blind a Lulu in this situation.
Dominance used. Lot flashes. Big mistake. Mirwin got him before he runs out with that Ruthless Predator. But Isma's here to save the day with a Vault Breaker. Interrupts, but Mirwin gets that Q off before Lot is able to help out Isma. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Both top laners dead. Definitely swimming right now.
Yeah, and the Crab 50-50 to offside, so Elyoya is extra happy. He will now be level 6 off the Crab.
I don't think it's worked out so far.
Yeah, I want to say so.
Good question for you after this as well. Cease and desist. Keep Super in place. But the wall is a shallow short. He just opens up away, but Alvaro still gets flicked back and Jun goes in. There's a kill. Number 2 over to GX in this bot lane as it's all angles down here for GX.
These games in solo queue recently, I'm so fed.
Yeah.
One team fight goes wrong, we lost, guys.
Well,
I'm
look,
useless.
they're keeping the momentum up, and Super steps too far forward. Cease and desist. Isma flashes. He flashes for the W, but barrier was still up and available. Super will live. Isma's down.
Yeah, missed the Q, and that is not a good time, as Isma just doesn't have the damage.
Now, before we let you go, quick question. If you've got a world skin, as flash away, hang on, stop fighting.
You're not
guys.
allowed to
Jojo
leave, Boots,
takes 2 turret shots, big mistake, flashes away, and it's going to be matched by Jack. He sends out the Weaver's Wall. Jojo's running for his life, and all he needs is a shove back the threaded volley at max range. Busio, if you want, it's not a boring draft, it's a really exciting draft. GX are executing on it as Lot versus Mirwin happens again. Dominus comes out, but Isma's here. Ain't fair this time. All out, buffered by a Vault Breaker. But Mirwin, that means he just gets to eat through the wave. However, the season says makes it so. Isma gets the kill, and that ain't a fair 1v1.
Giant X, you can see here, not having the control of the wave.
Well, Jun missed his cocoon. He repels up. MKOI is still there, but Isma's setting up as well. TP coming in. Meanwhile, Jackie is fighting with Mirwin, who's just solo carrying in the 1v1. Jackie says to run away, but he's on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Here's Jojo, but interrupted. A bigger wall approaches. Jojo gets the shutdown, and Giant X for the first time are getting contested at this objective.
MKOI doing a good job of playing off Mirwin's pressure. Now, he's sitting on a ward.
Over the wall, Isma is going to find his target. There's a cocoon to layer up as well with a quick pick, but Mirwin gets wild growth. He eats over the wall, and they need to kill him. Eventually they do, but for Giant X, it's 4 versus 4. While Lot can't get past the pillar, it's shutdown after shutdown for Jojo. And MKOI, the Dragon, still sits there ready for their approach.
There's still a lot of damage that can come out from Giant X. Noah is still healthy. MKOI getting lower, but he needs...
Dragon will be given. Giant X will move to 3, but a close call for a team that has been in the gutter all game long.
Yeah, MKOI
Double
nearly...
shutdown in that last fight. The concern is that both Mirwin and Jojo are now in a very good position as Isma still stealing away camps. Mirwin at level 16 is going to take a while to die. Ace in the hole will help out though. And Noah still does 1 truckload of damage with the Lord Dominic's regard.
He took a little bit less time than I expected to go down. So.
There was damage. And 45 seconds, Baron is up. GX, how quickly do they do it as they kick it off?
There's no trap line set up. So MKOI going to see if they can try and get in. Isma off on the side though, still has that ultimate available. Little invested for Giant X for that pick.
He's trying to bait it. Jojo's going to walk in first. Weaver's wall sets on up. Isma pulls the ulti, but he's so deep. He presses the button he shouldn't. The no button. Isma ran in for the shutdown, and now mid's open.
Elyoya's pillar was clutch there. He stopped Jackie's from taking the Weaver's wall, which meant the Boy ended up completely isolated on the play. But Elyoya now taken low.
It's not done yet. Lot tries to run on in as Jojo from the side is who I'm watching onto Noah, but he gets flicked back. The Azir down, and Noah gets the free hit. MKOI ran up after getting the turret, confident as ever, but Jackie's is on the chase. Another seismic shove soon to come up. Flash cocoon, but Jun gets the flash instead out of Super. MKOI felt resilient after play, but Jackie's look for a pick, and 2 members of GX look up, the rest look down. Look at Jojo here, starting to poke that tank, but the tank can heal. And next, they've got a GA on Isma as well to send it on in. Front to back they begin. Jojo steps up, but he's at half HP already. Isma pulls the trigger. The Weaver's Wall comes in, not stopped this time around. A great shove from Jojo, but an even better flick from Jackies. Meanwhile, Noah's approaching, and he's untouched yet again. Yes, GA popped onto Isma, but Giant X are happy to consistently push the fight. Alvaro in harm's way, harm's range, and flicked back into Noah's face. Giant X will take 2, and now the Dragon Soul surely belongs to them.
The target selection from Giant X was
in the vicinity, but how he approaches is beyond any business. Jun's looking for him, Jackie's too. The damage that came from Noah was enough, and slowly Giant X are just going to take this down. Baron, 6,000
close. As the wave will be escorted in by Jackies to make sure Giant X can keep up the pressure.
Noah, you can see he's using his headshot when he gets his rapid fire cannon and then just walks towards someone like Elyoya. Boom. Headshot, 1/8 of his health gone, and now Weaver's Wall to get on out. Giant X have found themselves a Mirwin on the flank, and Jackie's there to try and take him down. Noah gets stunned up and a pillar as well, but they can't kill him. He flashes out of harm's way, and he pulls out the ulti as Giant X still have 4 or 5 members standing. MKOI get flicked around, and I'm talking about Jojo as he goes golden. It's the finishing touch, it's a trap on his head. Noah steps back in, and Super might kill him, but Noah takes him to the grave alongside. MKOI have 2 left alive. Double inhibitors drop, Baron in hand. The minions are going to close this game out. Lot is TPing on the spot, and Giant X with an innovative, beautiful draft have shown that even in the LEC, we can execute incredible stuff to be highlighted here at the end of week 2.
Great read on the draft from Giant X, and once again, it is the bot lane for Giant X that is shining. Incredible stuff. This Caitlyn, 5,000 gold ahead single-handedly at the end of that game.
They never took their foot off the gas pedal, and that's what I love about this comp, and that's what I love about, these players. Like, yeah, it's been a bit up and down. There's been some concerns in games. You look at your player of the game and look at only the positives, because right now you